Hello? Oh, okay, good. I forgot that I was green. Hold on a second. Actually, maybe I should just stay this way. Oh my god, where did all of you people come from? Hello. Am I correct in assuming that this person used to go by Wonder Woman 313? Yes, I am. Okay. Hello, Betica. Hello, Joe. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Cameron. Hello, Jerry. Hello, Alex. Oh my god. Uh, so I didn't plan on doing it. I was gonna do an April Fool's joke today. And I don't even know if I want to say what the gag was gonna be because I might do it next year. I was gonna be a VTuber. I was gonna get all that set up, and then the title of the stream was gonna be "I'm a VTuber now." Uh, but shit was shit was I don't know. Things have been busy, like serious stuff. So I haven't been able to do that, and I was at work today and I got a text from Thomas who has told me he told me recently that he's been working on a secret project because we do that podcast together, which we're now going to be doing about Resident Evil. Uh and he told me, "Yeah, I'm working on something else too," because I was telling him about something I wanted to do for the Resident Evil podcast. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of busy with other stuff. I had to sign an NDA." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then he tells me today, uh what did he tell me? He told me he has a secret project that he's been working on and that it's time for me to see it, and he wanted me to stream it. And now I'm really scared because I don't know what this is. I told him it better not get me banned from Twitch. um I mean, I've thought about faking my death on stream. I've thought about another good bit I thought about doing was making a serious announcement that I will no longer be using deepfake AI for my webcam, with the implication being that it's always been a deepfake. God, I need to trim my beard. Uh, okay. God, 8 fucking people. I don't under. Sounded like somebody just smashed through a wall. I have a gun in here. I thought about. Never mind. Uh, okay. I need to make sure I have YouTube open. Or, Thomas, where are you sending this video? Discord. Okay. And I will consider doing the VTuber thing. I already did the OnlyFans thing. You know, can only do that once. Uh, it's too cold for a hot tub stream or whatever. So, does it have a thumbnail and a title that spoils it? I'm blocking it from my view right now. Oh God. Okay. Now I want everybody to see what I see here. He just sent me a message. It does not spoil it. He sent me a message on Discord just now. Let me. Hey. Hey. Let me show the world what I see. Hey, how do I do this? Fuck. How does Windows work? Yeah, only Franks. That's right. I did a stream where I played a video game on my ass because I wear wore bright blue shorts, and then I chroma keyed it because I saw that some thirst trap streamer had done it, and I thought it was a funny idea. So I did it too. I think that was last year. Might have been 2 years ago. Who remembers? This is what I currently see. I need to save the image because OBS is dumb. Where's the picture? Where the fuck did this picture go? All right, whatever. What is this? Discord's giving me ads now for some shit called Last Meadows. What the fuck is that? Hate this shit, man. All right. Okay, perfect. I think I found it. So this is what he just sent me. And I can't grab it. Okay. All right. Oh. All right. I don't know what this is. Oh God, I'm so scared. I hope they don't make fun of me. How do I get this thing out of here? I gotta delete this. I have to make sure I'm sharing my desktop, but it doesn't like reveal anything crazy. Okay. You know what I mean. Okay. F11 full screen. Oh, come on. What is this? First of all, it's 40 minutes long. It's 40 minutes long. And this is the very first image, folks. Let me make sure this is actually the right screen. I'm about to share it. If you guys put my address in here, we're going to have a problem. Oh, oops. Hold on a sec. All right. I'm going to zoom in on the webcam too. This is a 40-minute video. I was going to play TF2 after this or something. Okay. I'm scared. By the way, if any of you want to be, let me go back to full screen for this. As a sequel to as a sequel to the podcast I did on the DCEU, we are doing one on the Resident Evil movies. If anybody in the audience is a fan of Resident Evil, the games or the movies or whatever, please let me know, and then I will have you on as a guest on the show. Okay. Oh, I only have Fortnite on my PS5. Damn it. Okay. Well, you're not a. I mean, Thomas is the only person in my friend group who's played a Resident Evil game all the way through. Maybe Alex? I don't know if. I can't remember. You did? Fuck. Well, I'm. He's seen all the films. Okay. I did not know that. I am sorry. Um, but we may be doing a couple more bonus episodes, which is an idea I had today at work that I haven't told Thomas about. So, uh, never say never. Okay, I'm gonna switch here. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize. Well, I figured maybe we'll talk about it. All right. I'm just gonna leave it like this. I gotta make sure my desktop audio is on, which it wasn't. I feel really bad now because I did want to have more guests on the show, but I wish you had sent me a message. All right. Yeah, great image. Okay. Oh, is this not a video? I'm gonna be honest. I didn't look at the comments. Not really. Wait. Whoa, whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Did I just hear my own laugh? Did I? Ooh. We can do a David Lynch pod. Wait, you can't hear it? Oh, fuck. No! Okay, hold on. Come on, no! This is my April Fool's joke to you guys. No, not really. Desktop audio. Which track is this going to? Desktop audio is going to track... Oh, fuck. Okay, new plan. Can I change the application to Firefox? Will that fix it? For application audio capture. No, I was listening to it. Shit. You guys hear this?
Hello, and welcome to the lost episode of Frank Podcasts. Frank wouldn't let me guest star in the DCPU, which is probably...
Okay. I'm sorry, everybody. Real quick, I just want to say, I'm not committed to just doing one show at once, so we could do a David Lynch show. I talked to a friend of mine about doing a Star Trek show, and I did the math, and that would take 11.8 years, assuming that we just cover everything before Discovery, or before Enterprise, and we do one episode a week. So,
probably for the best because I haven't seen half of those movies. But I'm here now, live and in person for the first time. I'm accompanied by two of my good friends and hosts of the DC...
Wait, you didn't say who you are.
Oh, my name is Joe, by the way.
I really hate this. I don't like... I don't like women.
Accompanied by two of my good friends and hosts of the DCPU, Thomas and Frank.
Hey everybody, it's Frank.
You may know Thomas as the gentleman who hasn't seen E.T., Jurassic Park, or Back to the Future. And Frank, well, Frank is a huge fan of a little movie called Ants. And that's the film we're going to be discussing today.
What
I can't wait to
is
hear your
this?
thoughts on the film. Without further ado, let's get into it.
This is fucking copyrighted music. I told you. God damn it. I'm gonna get a copyright strike from Woody Allen because of you.
So let's start off with history of the project and details of the release. In 1988, Walt Disney's animated feature department pitched a film called Army Ants, a film about a pacifist worker ant teaching lessons of independent thinking to his militaristic colony, which obviously kind of sounds like an earlier version of this film.
Oh, yeah.
So in 1994, Jeffrey Katzenberg, who was then the chairman of Disney's film division, left the company after a feud with then CEO Michael Eisner over the vacant president position after the death of Frank Wells. Katzenberg would go on to found DreamWorks with Steven Spielberg and David Geffen, planning to build a company to rival Disney's animation division. Katzenberg used this new studio to help bring some of his earlier rejected Disney projects to fruition, including The Prince of Egypt, which I have never seen before. Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen The
Good
Prince of
movie.
Egypt, and the fact that you haven't seen it, I mean, I'm not surprised.
It's a good movie.
You should add it to the list. It's a very good film.
Yeah.
When will Thomas watch more movies? I've been getting on his ass about this a lot. It's also shocking to me how many films that I consider to be classics he has not seen.
Frank, have you seen The Prince of Egypt?
I don't think it's atrocious or anything. It's watchable, but it's not something I would have recommended in theaters, and I don't really see myself visiting it again. Maybe I because want to something peel watch my in the skin background off! If it's on TV. I don't think it's as bad as people online made it out to be, but it certainly has flaws, and those flaws are obvious. So I don't know if I'd recommend it or not, but don't go in with high expectations. You should watch Back to the Future, but in some ways that's not too dissimilar to Back to the Future's ending as well.
And production for Ants began in May 1996 with
Okay. I just had to just had to get something. 1 second, 1 second. Hydrate. Oh, this is actually, that's a good guess. This is actually just pointing it at the audience. This is actually the gun from RoboCop. That Cameron bought me as a fucking present one day, and I had to bring it home from his sketchy house at the time, and hope to God that no one shot me for having it. It's got a little plaque. Auto 9, dead or alive, you're coming with me. A little stand. And there you go. It's pretty cool. It's fucking ridiculous. Ow! I don't know why I said ow. It landed on my keyboard. But it's like bigger than my head. These are going to be bad clips. Oh, from Taxi Driver? Oh, yes. Well, are you talking about... Are you talking about this? Or are you talking about the sleeve or the... Okay. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I feel self-conscious. Especially because my beard is... It looks like shit right now because I haven't taken care of it in like 6 weeks because I haven't needed to because I don't go anywhere. Okay, hold on a sec. We're gonna continue the podcast. I'm sorry. I need to zoom out. No, that's not the dial I needed to hit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is scary. Oh, this is really scary. Okay, hold on. I am. That was the idea, Jerry. But I forgot to turn the filter off. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
DreamWorks contracting Pacific Data Images for the
We'll
animation.
go back a few minutes, or like 30 seconds. Laws and those. Nope, not that far. It's not too.
6, with DreamWorks contracting Pacific Data Images for the animation.
It was around this time that Woody Allen joined the project in the lead role of Z. He would later reveal he joined the project as a favor of Katzenberg, and in addition to voice acting, he also made unedited script rewrites, including some references to his own films.
Uncredited.
I didn't know that.
Huh? What did I say?
Unedited.
Oh.
That was so stupid.
Frank, what are your thoughts on Woody Allen?
Wait a minute. No. Hold on. What are my thoughts on Woody Allen? Whoa. Wait. How did you get that clip? How did you get that clip? I've never said that. I've only seen one. Well, I guess I don't know. I remember now. You guys asked me this question on one of my last streams, and I was very when I was playing Oblivion, and I was making my character, and I was very drunk because I can hear myself slurring my words. You fuckers tricked me. Oh, I don't think Woody Allen directed Ants. I like Ants, but I saw Midnight in Paris in college, and okay, you guys slow down the audio. It did not sound that bad. Thought that was beautiful. So I think Midnight in Paris is a great movie. It is. It's a great movie. Woody Allen is I don't know, more than likely a sexual predator, right? So, you know, he can go fuck himself. Yeah, those are my thoughts.
Dude, I don't even know who Woody Allen is.
He's the guy who married his adopted daughter.
What? Woody Allen's wife, Soon-Yi Previn, she's known for her relationship with Allen, which began while he was in a long-term relationship with her adoptive mother, Mia Farrow, and causing significant controversy. 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 So he was dating her mom, and then he started dating her.
I'm kind of with Orson Welles on that when it comes to Woody Allen. I love Orson Welles. I wish I was Orson Welles. I aspire to be like him. He hated Woody Allen, and especially because of the self-deprecating shit. Because he always picked out the fact that the self-deprecating stuff Is was this really how like I a sound when I'm tactic. drunk? I can't really articulate. Go look up Orson Welles' thoughts on alleged sex pest Woody Allen. He'll explain it more eloquently than I can right now, drunk.
However, there's also a thing on here on his Wikipedia page that says sexual abuse allegation. So,
Oh no, he is a sex pest. Frank was right. Around this time, a studio feud was brewing between DreamWorks and Pixar, and they were both working on bug-adjacent films. Ants and A Bug's Life. Bug-adjacent is a funny phrase I never thought I would say.
I think I put this over the wrong
similar
eye.
stories, although they went about the processes differently. A Bug's Life using visual gags versus Ants using a script with adult references and satire. To make things messier, John Lasseter, who worked at Pixar,
No!
called Katzenberg.
Not John Lasseter! Not John Lasseter. Oh no. Hold on. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm completely sober, by the way. I thought about getting a drink for this because I didn't know what it was going to be, but I'm glad I didn't. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? It was the right eye the first time. Okay, sorry. Let's talk about John Lasseter. I hope you guys didn't make me say good things about him.
While finishing up work on Toy Story and described to him the story outline for A Bug's Life. When the Ants film was revealed, Lasseter felt betrayed, believing Katzenberg had stolen his idea.
However, Katzenberg claimed that the idea for Ants came from Tim Johnson in 1991, with other sources saying the pitch came from Nina Jacobson. And this feud continued, with Disney, Pixar, and DreamWorks fighting for animation domination at the box office. In 1995, when DreamWorks scheduled The Prince of Egypt to open in November 1998, Disney scheduled A Bug's Life to release the same weekend. Katzenberg invited Disney executives to DreamWorks to try and negotiate a release date change, but they refused to budge.
So in retaliation, Katzenberg moved the release date of Ants up from March of 1999 to October of 1998, so he would beat A Bug's Life to theaters. This led to Steve Jobs calling Katzenberg, trying to get him to move Ants back, claiming that there was nothing he could do to get Disney to move the release date, but Katzenberg refused.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say is probably a hot take. They should have just shot him. They should have just killed him right there.
While Disney execs vowed to keep quiet
Yeah.
on the feud as the release dates drew near, Lasseter would go on to describe Ants as a schlock version of A Bug's Life. I have to say, I agree. However, he would later go on to say that he had never seen it.
I think that might be more of a parallel thinking situation.
Are you an Ants defender, bro?
I love ants, actually. But it also scarred me as a child several times.
Did you make anything else or no?
Sorry, I'm looking up the... I'm in the
Ants wormhole.
I'm in the ants hole. I'm in the ant hill right now. No, I think Jeffrey Katzenberg did kind of steal this. That's crazy.
Initially, Katzenberg wanted Hans Zimmer to compose the music for the film, but he was too busy with The Prince of Egypt. So he recommended two composers from his studio, Harry Gregson Williams and John Powell. And I recognize John Powell as the guy who did the How to Train Your Dragon score, and Frank and I know of Harry Gregson Williams from the DCEU.
That's
As
true.
he scored several films there.
That's true.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I did not know that.
I think the score by Gregson Williams is pretty solid. I mean, it doesn't stand out to me like as much as Man of Steel's soundtrack.
Rupert.
It is very
Rupert
very
Gregson
good.
Williams.
And for the tone of every scene, I think it matches.
The film would get a teaser trailer released in theaters, playing before As Good As It Gets, featuring the opening scene of Z in the psychiatrist's chair. Ants would go on to premiere at the 1998 Toronto
Psychiatrist?
International Film Festival on September 19th, 1998, for a wide release on October 2nd, 1998. Do you think I got a standing ovation?
Oh, absolutely.
Who wouldn't give this movie a standing ovation? Okay, talk about the other films.
Other films releasing around the same time as Ants included Rush Hour, Ronin, A Night at the Roxbury, What Dreams May Come, Bride of Chucky, Practical Magic, American History X, and obviously A Bug's Life the next month.
And now we move on to our discussion of the plot and the plot synopsis.
In an anthill at Central Park, neurotic worker Ant Z is suffering an existential crisis because everyone in the colony, including his psychiatrist, reminds him of his insignificance. I just want to say, my first thought as the film was opening was like, who is this movie for? It's certainly not for children. It's so unrelatable for kids. I think that's why I didn't like it when I was a kid.
He did do the Metal Gear music.
I think I only watched it once.
Like I said, that's why I didn't like it now.
I still don't like it now, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
An interesting way to open it.
Oh, it was beautiful. I loved how truncated the introduction was. I mean, it really gets you into the action fast. I want to do some
for
things to
sure.
myself
And
that I can't
It
say.
did get a chuckle out of me, like his insignificance. When the therapist
probably
said,
shouldn't be
"Yes,
waving
you
this
are
thing around either.
insignificant." And then it immediately cuts to Z in the elevator, and it like falls to the ground, and he falls out of the elevator, hitting the ground. I thought that was funny. It got a little chuckle out of me.
It is really funny, actually, now that you mention that.
At the same time, the colony's princess, Princess Bala, wants to escape her suffocating royal life. While the worker ants are building a giant megatunnel within the anthill, the leader of the colony's army, General Mandible, to whom Bala is betrothed, declares war on an encroaching termite colony. Unbeknownst to anyone else, Mandible is sending only soldier ants loyal to the colony's queen on a suicide mission to engage the termites in an order to stage a coup d'etat. Because that's how that word is spelled, and I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, right off the bat, we see that these are real fucking scuzzballs, real pieces of shit.
I don't know how they got so many celebrities for this movie.
Well, no, that's kind of normal for animated films to have like a really star-studded cast.
I think I was just surprised by like the people they have in it, because they have like Woody Allen, Gene Hackman, Sylvester Stallone, Christopher Walken,
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez,
Yeah.
Sharon Stone, Dan Aykroyd, Danny Glover. Just like a weird
That's
mix.
a lot of
While
people.
we're
While we're on the topic of actors, like, I'm not trying to go to bat for Jared Leto. I guess my point is there are plenty of
Stop!
legitimate reasons.
Stop. Stop.
To dislike him. I don't think his acting is one. I mean, he's fine. He has an Oscar. He won an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club. And even if you don't think he's a good actor, I don't think he's a bad actor. I think he's perfectly fine. And I think it's just that in this movie, people were so
He's not
turned
in
off by
this.
his method acting antics and also the general direction the character takes in this movie that he just gets all the hate for it. But he didn't write the script. He didn't direct it. He didn't make the costume or the makeup or anything. That's all way past his level of control.
Frank, Jared Leto wasn't in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know what movie you're thinking of, Frank. I wish Jared Leto had been in this movie. How old was Jared Leto? Was he around?
He's like 60.
What?
Jared Leto's like 60 years old.
No, he's not. 54? What the? In my mind, he was just like 35, 40.
He was 20 years ago.
I guess. Weird.
I love 30 Seconds to Mars.
Okay. Whatever.
God damn it.
Yeah, I really did like, I mean, we'll get there, but I love Sylvester Stallone. I think he's the only part of the movie where I was like, ha, I like him.
He didn't sound like himself.
I thought he did.
Like he did, but he didn't. I think I'm just used to hearing him like.
Right.
Hey, Woody
Sylvester Stallone does a really good like stupid voice.
Hey, well, yeah, I mean, have you heard the guy talk? No, Stallone is a great fucking casting choice. He was written for the part.
I hate the animation in this movie. I don't like the character design.
They have like Giga Chad faces, and it's really weird.
They all look like they're like done up with Botox. Ugh.
Plastic surgery ants. They do look really weird.
Especially when you compare it to A Bug's Life, I feel like the character design in A Bug's Life is so cutesy, it's warm, it's inviting. Like, I like watching A Bug's Life. Meanwhile, I look at ants and I don't like what's on the screen and I want to look away. I'll say I think the whole movie's ugly. I really do.
I do understand why people view that as a negative, and if that's what you think, then I totally get it, but I actually didn't have a problem with that. I liked it. It just, I don't know, it felt very real in like a, not like a grounded, grimdark way, but like, hey, this is cool. It feels very tangible.
It was kind of also weird because they have like a lot of animation on the faces too.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, the animation on the faces is actually pretty good, but they're still really horrifying.
I don't like their feet specifically.
They did show them that one scene.
Yeah, when what is it? Weaver is checking out Azteca. Is that her name?
Sigourney
And like the
Weaver's in
camera
this?
pans down and stares at her feet.
Yeah, that was so cool.
But yeah, like there is a lot of like later in the movie, they're like there's just a desert and it's just like dirt, but like it just There's like nothing outside.
What did you think of that, Frank?
I was getting the kind of vibe that this is like aesthetically similar to the new Dune movies.
The one thing that confused me was they have like tools that they're digging with. They have like little pickaxes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, okay, we gotta knock this dirt down. And then they use their bodies as a wrecking ball.
Yeah, they did do that, didn't they? And that's like a big part about like being a part of the colony. I guess we should kind of talk about like the themes of the film as well. That would probably make sense.
Ants. The theme is ants.
The theme is ants. You know, it's about society and where you fit in and individualism. And Z, he wants to stand out. He wants to make his own choices, do his own thing. But he has to be a part of an ant wrecking ball, so he can't.
I think the whole film is a really good parody and critique of American interventionism. One could compare the actions of the American government and ants to real-life stuff like Gitmo, Abu Ghraib, or everything we did in Iraq, really, and the countless fucked up instances of torture and experiments by the US government. I mean, American imperialism? Who could ever imagine? And it's not just the story, either. It's like in the visual language of the movie, because we open it with that wide shot of New York and New Jersey. I mean, it is refreshingly different. Like, I've never seen a movie before this try and tackle themes like this. I mean, obviously, with the tone that this movie is going for, and the premise of it, it's not going to be the most serious critique, but what's here is pretty good.
There was some weird lines. Earlier he says he's like, makes me want to curl up in a larval position.
Yeah, I remember
Which is
that.
kind of funny.
I like all the times when they curse in the movie. I think Weaver at some point says like something is bitchin', and I was like,
Yeah, he said that and I was like, whoa, this is a PG movie.
yeah, and they curse a few times. I was surprised. Oh, there was one part when Z is saying to Princess Bala, and he was saying that she was going to be a part of his erotic fantasies, but never mind. And I was like, oh my god, not for kids.
But kids' movies are like that sometimes. You know, there's just a moment that's surprisingly dark and might scar a child.
One night at a bar, Z hears about the legendary insect paradise, Insectopia, from a retired scout suffering from PTSD. Bala later visits the bar and shares a dance with Z, who becomes smitten with her. Wanting to see Bala again, Z comes up with a clever plan and convinces his soldier ant best friend, Weaver, to exchange places with him for the Army's royal inspection. The next day, Z joins the Army Corps, where he befriends Staff Sergeant Barbatus. Meanwhile, Weaver joins the digging crew, striking up a relationship with Z's coworker, Azteca. Z is sent out with a platoon in a battle where the ants are overwhelmed by the termites and all except Z are killed. After the carnage, Z finds a bodiless Barbatus on the battlefield who tells him to think for himself instead of blindly following orders before dying.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there.
I really liked the line, I have a thing about drinking from the anus of another creature.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That was pretty funny. I don't know how funny that was intended to be, but I found it pretty funny.
Also, the dancing was really weird.
The dancing was weird.
I thought the dancing was really nice.
And then the part where she has to run away like Cinderella at the ball, and he overhears that she's a princess and he's totally in love with her. And he wants all of her money because she's probably rich.
Is Bala on your hear me out list?
No, absolutely not.
No, that is disgusting. That sounds like it should be super illegal.
If anyone from this movie is on my hear me out list, it's gonna be Weaver.
He looks very fucking good. Yeah, so good. Yeah, he looks fucking phenomenal. I would just crouch in front of him and just, slurp it all up.
Oh, wow, okay.
Actually,
Hold on. Oh, no, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Where did that one come from? Thomas, I'm pretty sure that was in a raw audio recording that the public has not heard. Oh, yeah, okay. The Rock, yeah.
I think the relationship, like the friendship between Z and Weaver, is probably the most developed thing in the film, surprisingly.
So I think all the relationship stuff between the characters worked really well.
I like the part where Z goes to war and everyone dies.
Yeah. No, I love it. Still blows me away. Like, when I saw it in theaters back when the movie came out, I was in awe. Because it just works in every way at the same time. Like, for one thing, it's beautifully shot. Like, I think that's actually the first part of the movie that scarred me as a child. Like, when he wakes up in the, dust-filled battleground, and then he sees the guy's head and he picks it up and there's no body underneath it. Composition and the lighting and special effects. They all look great. The action is exciting, and I think the scene works dramatically and comedically. Like, it is very funny. There's lots of funny moments, but also you are seeing all these ants get cut down, and you're not expecting any of these ants to die so soon. And it's nearly a complete team wipe, and it is a great subversion. It's very clever.
And then Barbados is just ahead on the battlefield.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know how he was talking.
Yeah, I don't...
Because he was ahead. And he was, like, coughing. He's like...
Yeah, and then Z is just like, just breathe, find your breath. And it's like, he doesn't have lungs. He can't.
I remember laughing at all that in theaters too, because again, who would expect that sort of thing? Surprisingly brutal. You can tell this is made by a guy who does horror movies.
Well, you know what they should do?
What?
Live action ants.
How would that even work?
It'd be people in ant costumes.
Kind of like the Cats movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like The Tick.
Ants.
I can't wait to see the giant wrecking ball scene on the big screen with real people.
Hi, Hollywood? Yeah, I'll take $1 billion. Oh, I thought it was funny how they cut away mid-battle to see Weaver working Z's job.
Oh, yeah.
And hitting on Azteca.
Yeah, that was a good change in tone right there. It's very natural.
Yeah, no, excellent pacing so far.
In my notes, I literally wrote, Barbados just ahead, LMAO. That was like the last note I took before I checked out of this movie.
I mean, maybe he was asking for it. Anyway.
Z returns home where he's mistakenly hailed as a war hero and is granted an audience with the Queen. Bala recognizes Z as a worker and Mandible orders him arrested. This prompts Z to panic and pretend to take Bala hostage for some reason, as he escapes the anthill with her. The royal guards attempt to recover Bala fails when they are incinerated by a human child with a magnifying glass.
That's the second scene that scarred me as a child. Do you guys think I'll get banned from Twitch if I start smoking a cigarette?
Did you ever do that as a kid? Did you ever burn bugs with a magnifying glass?
I don't know, maybe.
Evil. I never did. It would have never occurred to me. The one time I accidentally squished an inchworm with my toe, and I felt really bad.
Ew.
Gross. That's fucked up if it's true.
I was little and I was walking down the porch steps and I felt it under my foot. I was like, what was that squishy thing? And I squished a little worm. I was so sad.
Frank, did you kill ants as a kid?
Yeah. No, I love killing a bunch of ants for no fucking reason. Yeah, like, it is very funny. I do need to get water. No comment. I need to turn the camera up because I'm not wearing pants. Just kidding. Okay. Oh, wait. Fuck. No, it's fine. It's fine, you guys. Where's my, there it is. Okay, sorry. Oh, shit. I love it. I love every second of that.
Okay, whatever. Z's act of individuality inspires the workers and some soldier ants, halting productivity, but Mandible regains their loyalty by portraying Z as a self-centered war criminal.
Okay, I will get it on the record. I have killed ants with a magnifying glass. But I did feel bad about it, and I only did it the one time. I did it the one time because the neighbor kid had a magnifying glass, and he's like, hey, check this out. But then what we used to do instead is I would gather little bits of, like, dried grass and stuff, and, like, those little snapper things. Remember, like, the red strips that you put in, like, a pop gun or whatever? Or, like, the little white things that look like mini Hershey Kisses, and, you throw them and they explode? I would put those in a pile with the dried grass on, like, a square of sidewalk cement, and my neighbor and I would just try and start a fire. And then his dad came out, and he would get really mad, and he would shoot it with a hose.
Promoting the glory of conformity and promising the workers rewards for completing the megatunnel. However, Mandible's second in command, a flying ant named Cutter, begins to doubt Mandible's constant reassurances that he is acting for the good of the colony. I gotta say, I was really starting to check out at this point. I think it's because I'm bored by, like, war in general and, like, anything military related. But I was like, damn, these military ants are getting a lot of screen time.
I also didn't quite understand where they got the idea that they're like, how his individuality inspired the workers.
Yeah, I think that's the part of the movie I think is a little weak. Like, if it had maybe been a little bit longer, they had more scenes in the beginning kind of setting up this idea of, like, who Z is and what he wants and why that's a big deal to the ants. I think that's what's missing. Like, we're shown the conformity, but we're not shown why the conformity is a bad idea or why you should be different, right? Are there any scenes like that?
See, this is our biggest disagreement, I think. That scene where he's blowing weed smoke in a baby's face, that made me cry, man. That was beautiful.
I think that part where he dances in the bar, that's like the first time not only that the audience sees him make a choice to do something different, and maybe the first time he does anything different at all. And it's all for a girl. It's all for Jennifer Lopez. Oh, wait, no, that's not Jennifer Lopez,
Nope.
is it? Which one is it?
It's Sharon Stone.
All for Sharon
Ooh,
Stone.
Sharon Stone.
Sometimes this movie actually
What a
gave
fox.
me B-movie vibes. Would you agree?
Okay, I was watching it and I had the thought to myself. I said, "Ants walked so B movie could fly or run."
No, fly. That works. Because it likes to do all of the silly little puns, which,
Ants walked so B-movie could fly.
I don't know. I don't really feel like there was much of that in Bug's Life, apart from, like, the poo-poo platter part. And there's also a poo-poo joke in this movie.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, man.
I'm surprised they didn't straight up say, like, oh, yeah, that's shit, because they were cursing throughout the movie.
Edgy.
They wanted to be really edgy, but they said, the rating won't allow for that many edge words. We can only have 3, not 4.
Too much edging.
Oh, no.
Okay, but also B movie does the whole thing of like the colony and like the individuality better too.
Oh, absolutely. B-movie is a masterpiece from beginning to end, and anyone who thinks that it's not is wrong. B-movie's great.
We should do B movie next week.
What if we just do all the Bug movies? Hell yeah.
Welcome Insectopia. That can just be the name of it.
Yeah. Are there any more Bug movies?
There's How to Eat Fried Worms, but the idea of that makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, it's a little different. I'd rather watch How to Eat Fried Tomatoes.
Ugh. Anytime I think of that, like, it makes me gag.
Yeah, I remember seeing that movie when I was younger and being like, is this what boys do? Is this how boys act?
It was actually not bad. I thought it was going to suck, but no, it's actually good.
Do I have to eat a worm to be cool to boys?
Oh, right, yes, in the backyard. Yes.
Okay, we need to move on. It's making me nauseous.
Okay.
In the backyard. What? What would be the context of that? In the backyard. Was that from a Twitch stream? What? When did I say that? What, in the podcast?
After an encounter with the prince,
I like how you guys used a picture of me in the thumbnail where I didn't trim my beard, just like how now it looks really bad, and you could see like 2 hairs hanging over my lips.
Mantis,
My
Bala
disgusting
agrees
lips.
to join Z to go in search of Insectopia. They initially mistake a human picnic for it, but are told otherwise by Muffy and Chip, an upper-class couple of wasps. They are suddenly attacked by a human wielding a fly swatter, which kills Muffy, and Bala gets stuck on a piece of gum beneath the human's shoe. Z attempts to rescue her, but gets stuck as well. The human flicks them off the shoe with a penny, and they land in Insectopia, revealed to be a trash can overfilled with decaying food.
That's the dream, baby. That's the dream. I vividly remember this scene where they're being crushed by the shoe, like in trailers, like on VHS tapes
Yeah.
before other movies would play.
Oh yeah, I actually thought that like the Insectopia was kind of the most interesting part, and then they barely go and do it.
Oh yeah. It looks warm. It looks inviting. It looks like a real lively world.
Oh yeah, they like brush right over it. I thought it was gonna be like a bigger thing for Z, like setting out, going here, changing his life, and then, well, we'll get to it in a second, but Bala gets kidnapped to go back to the colony, and he immediately leaves, and then we don't really see it again. I thought it'd be more than what it was.
Yeah, me too. I didn't think it was gonna be a bunch of trash. Like, it makes sense that it's trash cans, I guess. But
No, Bug's Life did it better. When Flick goes to the city, it looks cool. And it's a bunch of human stuff, but it still looks like a little miniature city that Bugs would live in. Ants didn't do that.
I liked all the product placement.
Oh, I didn't even notice it. What was it?
Oh, they had like a Mountain Dew.
Oh.
They had a Pepsi.
Well, you would notice that.
I remember the giant Pepsi can. And I remember that guy stepping on that wasp, and I think that might have been the inspiration for Shadow of the Colossus.
I did notice it the first thing I said. Whoa!
I think it's way too in your face. I mean, you can have real products in your movie and it could feel natural, but all the ones that I noticed were really obvious. And we might as well just get these out of the way now. So I've got in my notes here Nikon brand cameras. There's, of course, the IHOP. We've got 7-Eleven, of course. Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Black Adam. And we've got Sears as well. Now, while we're on the... His what? Of course, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Black Adam, and we've got Sears as well. Now, while we're on the topic of Dwayne Johnson, like, I'm not trying to go to bat for Dwayne Johnson. I guess my point is there are plenty of legitimate reasons to dislike him. I don't think his acting is one. I mean, he's fine. He has an Oscar. He won an Oscar for Black Adam. And even if you don't think he's a good actor, I don't think he's a bad actor. I think he's perfectly fine.
Frank Dwayne Johnson wasn't in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know what movie you're thinking of,
Was
Frank.
that a clip
Yeah,
of
and
you
it was
saying
kinda
Dwayne
weird.
Johnson?
I'd expect that there was like ant building or like bug buildings there, or like that the trash would be like a big building that they were living in.
Yeah, that would have been kind of cool. Instead, it's just like a little dump with decaying food.
There's something about cartoon food. Guys remember The Grinch? Of course you do. In The Grinch, there was always that one guy. I'm never streaming drunk again. Guy at the end who's like chomping on this big yellow ball. Let me find that real quick. Where is it? Found it! On a fork because they were, cutting costs. When he takes it out of his mouth, it was still intact as if he never took a bite. So it was like an endless piece of food because they looped the animation like 4 times. I just wanted to taste what was on that guy's fork.
I was gonna say, like, I know the movie literally opens looking at like looking at New York City, and then we kind of zoom into the anthill. But I must have missed that because the whole movie I was like, where the hell are we? Are we in a desert? And then at the very end it zooms out and I'm like, oh no, it's literally just a little dirt patch.
When it opened, I thought that was just like an idea in his head or something, because it was like a shadow.
Yeah, and he was
outline
like
of the city.
talking about the city and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Insectopia seemed like it would have been a cool idea, but it wasn't fully fleshed out. Whatever. After interrogating Weaver, Mandible learns that Z is searching for Insectopia and sends Cutter to find it. That night, Cutter arrives at Insectopia and forcibly flies Bala back to the colony. Seeing Z's desperation at Bala's abduction, her second abduction, by the way, a drunken ship, mourning Muffy's death, flies Z back to the colony. Z rescues Bala, and together they discover that the megatunnel will flood upon completion, and that Mandible intends to drown the queen, along with the workers, and restart the colony with Bala as his queen. Why is he doing this? Did I miss that?
He wants to fuck Bala.
No.
Why is he trying to commit a genocide?
But this is really, I think, where the movie hits its stride.
I feel like it was because he was like saying that they were weak or something.
But again, we haven't been shown any evidence in the film that the colony is weak. Is it because, like, they lost the war to the termites?
No, the war for the termites was just to get them all killed.
Oh.
So then he could just take them. He was just gonna kill the workers and then
Right.
Wait, hold on.
start
Let
his
me.
new colony.
Also, Jerry. Let me play this Jerry style. Also, he said that The Rock should win an Oscar for The Smashing Machine. All right, let's.
But I really don't know why he was trying to kill the colony off.
Yeah, what is his goal here?
I'm trying to like go online and see if there's a
There
synopsis
we
that tells
go.
us why he wants to get rid of the
Actually,
colony.
this is still a little bit slow. Hold on. We need to.
Why Mandible? Why does
It just says so he can build a colony filled with powerful ants.
That's so dumb.
That's just his.
We already have powerful ants. Didn't you see Weaver?
I don't think there's no movie, but they're not really that far. He's a great character. People, they totally failed to capitalize on popularity.
Well, I'm on IMDb looking at synopsis. It's a list. It's like list of it's a movie World Trade Center.
Oh no, it ants.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. Oh yeah.
Sorry. I know I'm the subject of mockery here. I need to shut up. Movie, but if they're not willing to go that,
Why does
It just says so he can build a colony filled with powerful ants.
that's so dumb.
That's just his.
We
his
already
motivation.
have powerful ants. Didn't you see Weaver?
I'd love for him to get his own movie, but if they're not willing to go that far with it, just put him in another movie. He's a great character. People love him. They totally failed to capitalize on his popularity.
Well, I'm on IMDb looking at their synopsis, and it says user lists, and it's like lists this movie in it, and it says movies with a view of the World Trade Center Twin Towers.
Oh no! In ants?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Oh yeah, it's
I had a
depicted
note
on the
about-
cover.
That's the last shot of the movie. And what's crazy is it's the last shot, and there's a plane in the sky, and it's heading towards the Twin Towers.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I think I need to go read some conspiracies about this. Yep, they're the Twin Towers. I see them at the very end of the movie.
Are you watching the final scene?
Yeah, let me see. Was there a plane? Yep, there's a plane. Oh my god, it's flying toward the towers.
Woody Allen did 9/11. Do you think that the creators of Ants knew about 9/11 2-3 years before?
I think Frank should answer that one.
Honestly, I mean, we could do, not for this show, but there is a discussion to be had about, like, 9/11 and ants and how that influenced Alvin and the Chipmunks, the road chip, because I think there are very strong lines to be drawn between those things. There's the whole surveillance state aspect of it, which kind of ties into, like, the Patriot Act, but that is not, that's not a discussion for this show, but the parallels are there.
I agree.
Yeah, I also agree.
Bala goes to save the queen while Z attempts to stop work on the tunnel, but it begins to flood. Z and Bala unify the queen and workers into building a ladder towards the surface as the water rises. Meanwhile, Mandible gathers the soldiers on the surface and gloats about creating a new, stronger colony. When the worker ants break through the surface, Cutter betrays Mandible and helps them. An enraged Mandible tries to attack Cutter, but Z intervenes and he and Mandible fall into the flooded tunnel. Mandible dies, striking a root, and Z nearly drowns, but is rescued by Cutter and resuscitated by Bala.
Oh my god, did they kiss?
I didn't know he died from that.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna fight, and then he just never showed up again.
So what is the movie trying to say here? Because you know in the beginning, Z's all like, I want to be an individual, I want to make my own choices, I don't want to be a part of the wrecking ball. And then they make the whole like ant ladder thing, and he's like, it's fine this time because I'm making the choice to do it. Like,
I don't know, man. It's a kid's movie.
it's not though, it's not.
Totally a kid's movie. Absolutely. It's such a stupid thing to say. It actually makes me think Joe is a fucking moron.
So Bala likes Z now, right? They had like a montage of cute moments, and she's like, wait, I actually like him, even though he kidnapped
Did you
me.
also wonder how long this movie actually took place? Because, like, how long do ants live? My god, queen ants can live 15 to 30 years? What the fuck?
That's crazy.
Worker ants typically live 4 to 12 months.
Aw.
Okay, so maybe it was a couple days.
That's kind of sad that the queen lives for many, many years and the worker ants live such a short amount of time. Really says a lot about society when you think about it. Right, Frank?
There's nothing that nerds hate more than women.
Right, Thomas?
Damn straight. There was one line earlier in the movie where she was like, I think it was when they ran away, and he was talking about how he didn't want to work or something, and then she was like, well, how do you think I feel? I have to live
Yeah.
the rest of my life
Pushing out
putting out like
babies.
10,000 kids a day or something.
Yeah, she's like, I have to push out a baby every 10 seconds for the rest of my life. And I'm like, girl, I do not envy your position. That sounds awful. I would also run away to Insectopia.
And that one made me think.
I don't know how they'd be able to pull that off. That would be insane, but I would love it. I still want to watch it, though.
Okay, Z is praised for his heroism, and he and Bala become a couple. The colony is finally free with no rules, and Z is finally content with his place in the world. That's not true.
Lottie fucking da.
What do you mean the colony is finally free? Free from what?
I don't.
No rules?
don't
No
know.
rules for who? We aren't being shown the change. Like, do they get to pick now, like, if they're a worker or if they're, like, an army ant? Are there more choices available now? Like, because in B-Movie, they got, like, a whole board full of choices for them. But in Ants, it's just one or the other.
Yeah, I don't know why they're saying it's finally free. Like, there's still gonna be some rules.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Okay, Thomas, Frank, did this movie work?
No, because I don't think it really... I felt like it was unfocused.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good way to put it. I think if they had spent a little bit more time developing Z and the world he lives in, it might have came out a little bit better. Except for, you know, I think you and I are in the same boat. I think Frank loves this movie, actually. He brings it up a lot.
I think this is on his top favorite movies on Letterboxd.
I think I've seen it there too, yeah. Why is that, Frank?
There's not a single scene in this movie that doesn't work for me. Like, I think all the drama works. I think all the comedy works. I think all the relationship stuff between the characters.
The podcast
works
is
really
canceled.
well. At
The
least for
podcast
me,
is
this
canceled.
my favorite. Like, I think everything here worked for me better than any other
The
movie.
podcast
Every
is
part of it
canceled.
is excellent. Also, I want to mention, where the fuck would Batman fit
No
into
more.
this
I'm not
movie?
doing them
I
anymore.
was wondering the entire time while I was watching. Like, maybe some of the stuff at the anthill. I don't know. It was really weird.
And now we'll move on to the aftermath of release.
I gotta take a piss. I'm sorry. I can't hold it.
So, first we'll start with the reception and critical response. Ants released to a consensus of good reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has a critic score of 92% with 90 reviews, although it has a 52% audience.
Hello?
I was also a little confused because I don't think Rotten Tomatoes was out when this came around, so I don't know if it's like retroactively added,
It's gotta be retroactive.
but not the users, not the audience score. It was like 500,000 audience rating, or maybe 250,000, but that's still a lot.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
guess because it's an old movie.
Because people really just wanted to review Ants.
I think 92% is crazy.
Oh, no, yeah, I saw that, and that's astounding. I think
I'm
the
sorry, I didn't
52%
think it was gonna be
audience
that
score is much more accurate.
It has a 73 on Metacritic with a 6.8 user score, and it received a B+ cinema score on an A+ to F scale. Renowned movie reviewer Roger Ebert praised the film, citing its variety of themes, interesting visuals, and voice acting in the film.
What? Interesting visuals. Did we watch the same movie?
I think we have to look at it at the time that they were reviewing it, when this like maybe was like revolutionary. Although Toy Story is from earlier, and I think it looks better than this.
Oh, Toy Story looks much better than this. Even Bug's Life, which came out the same year, and I will keep saying it, looks way better than this.
I kind of feel like people gave this good reviews because it was so different at the time.
That could be, yeah.
Because, like, most of the time, animated movies were very, like, just kid movies, kind of. And then this one definitely is more adult-oriented and has, like, themes that are applicable to real life.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're taking that into effect. And also I wonder if it's just kind of where they're like, I'm kind of sick of these Disney movies for kids. I want these adult movies they're so different and interesting.
Yeah, it could have been something as simple as that. Like just appreciating the different artistic direction they were taking at the time.
I also kind of wondered if maybe part of it was they were like, Woody Allen's in it, so we gotta like it.
Again, like nothing about this movie really stood out to me where I was like, whoa, that was good. That was really good. The only part I liked was the wrecking ball. That's the only part.
But we can't take the critics' reviews for it because but money talks louder than critics.
Money talks. That's the point. Money
There we go.
talks.
Yeah, money
That's the
talks.
expression. Money talks. Money talks louder than critics.
Welcome back, Frank. How was the bathroom? Did you fall in?
No. I just wanted to take my time and make sure that things came out good.
Ants has multiple different
God damn
reported
it.
budgets, spanning from DreamWorks reported 42 million to others reporting saying it was 60 million and 105 million.
I don't know who to believe here because I cannot imagine that this would cost $105 million. Back then, I feel like that's a lot of money for a movie in 1998.
I mean, maybe a lot of the money went to like the voice acting, the cast. 'Cause those are some big names. But I imagine also the technology cost a lot too.
That's what I'm assuming because like so 100 million in 1998 is equivalent to like 200 million today. So it's basically doubled.
Is now a good time to announce that I don't know anything about the box office or movie budgets?
In general or for the movie?
Both. Frank, do you think this movie was super expensive to make?
There are claims that it had a net profit of $700 million. Maybe.
Due to the overwhelming response, a direct-to-video sequel... What? A direct-to-video sequel for the film was planned, although it was being considered for a theatrical release as well. Unfortunately, the project never panned out, and the ants went marching back to their anthill.
That really caught me off guard.
I like to think that if they did a sequel, they introduce his sister, and then he has to watch the sister's baby with Weaver, and the movie's called Uncles.
Oh, shit! That's pretty good. That's really creative.
They realized that they weren't making a Bug's Life 2, and they said, fuck, where are we gonna get the idea for a sequel from?
Yeah, honestly.
However, the film still managed to have a hold on the home media market through
It's true. It did catch me off guard.
A series of video games.
That's so weird.
What?
There's 5 games here. We have Ants, which released September 24th, 1999 for the Game Boy Color. We have Ants Racing, which released March 30th, 2001 for the Game Boy Color. Ants World Sports, November 30th, 2001 for the Game Boy Color. Ants Panic at the Anthill, released in 2001 for PC. And finally, Ants Extreme Racing, which released from August to November 2002, which included PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Game Boy Advance. I like that. So they have like Ants, and then they have like Racing, and then they have World Sports.
It's so weird.
He's like the original Mario, like Mario Tennis, Mario Baseball, Mario Racing.
Mario Olympics.
Ants did it first. Oh, also, I'd like to point out that the last game here released in 2002, which is like 4 years after the movie released.
Yeah, they were just really scrambling for money, I guess. They were like, what could make money right now? A racing game. Racing games are in. And which one of our IPs would fit that best?
Ants.
Ants became a surprising hit for DreamWorks and helped their studio crash into the film scene, becoming one of the highest grossing studios and spawning dozens of successful animated franchises. So I guess, at the end of the day, thank you, Ants, for all the work that you did, even though I didn't like you very much.
It walked so some of our favorite franchises could run.
Exactly.
La-di-da,
Shrek.
da-da-da.
Couldn't have Shrek without Ants.
Shark Tale, Madagascar,
Batman movies.
Fuck yeah. Megamind?
Back to the Future.
Over the Hedge.
To the new Dune movies.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone. If you like the podcast,
Talking
please rate
over
it
the
5 stars
music.
wherever you're listening,
Talking
and
over
leave
the
a comment with your
music.
thoughts on the film Ants.
Talking
and don't join us
over
next
the
week
music.
because we won't be here. Happy April Fools. Did I
Happy?
say happy? Happy April Fools. Be sure to check out the DCPU and stay tuned for future series on the Frank Podcast YouTube channel. Anything else to say, you guys? Anything else that's important?
Happy.
Frank, send us out on a high note.
I kill people and I like it. Oh no. Hold on a second. Oh god. Well, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh. Oh, that was delightful. I'm wondering if there's a post-credit scene? No, okay. Hey, wait, you guys aren't supposed to... Ah, there's nothing in there, that's bad. You guys can't even see it. Oh, okay. Well, that was just delightful. That was very nice. Thank you to why is the screen so dark now? Oh my god. Okay. thank you to Thomas and Joe for that delightful surprise. Uh, I'm gonna put this on the main podcast feed if you two will allow me to do that. Oh my god. But it's got to go up today. It has to be today. Um that was beautiful. Um I don't know what to I don't know what to say. Um yes. Thank you. It really just makes me think about all the dumb shit I've said. Okay. I need to reflect on my life, so I think I'm going to go. But before I do have some announcements. Uh the first one is the official name of season 2 of Frank Podcasts is called Raccoon Shitty. And that's a name that Thomas came up with, and we will be covering all of the Resident Evil films, all of the Resident Evil shows, live action and animated. We'll also be talking about the theme park ride, video, movie, whatever. There's going to be a total of, I want to say 15 or 16 episodes. And the first episode is coming out on June 15th, which comes out technically in the spring. We said later this spring. It's in the spring. Why are we waiting until June 15th? Because we are doing all the episodes and getting all the episodes done before we start uploading. So it's going to be a little while for that. But by the time the last episode comes out, it will be the same weekend or the Monday after the weekend that Zach Kreger's Resident Evil movie comes out this year. And in it, we'll also be talking about the games because, like with DC, there happens to be shit going on with Resident Evil at the time of each of these films' release dates, including new games to talk about. And when you factor in the remakes of 1 through 3, we could pretty much talk about all of them. So that's going to be starting on June 15th. We're going to have all the episodes out every Monday, same as before. But I am not opposed to doing more. I've already had Jerry pitch me a series for Halloween. Betica, if you wanted to do a David Lynch show, I will happily do a David Lynch mini-series. But I think Jerry would also want to be a part of that. So let's talk. I'm sorry, I didn't know you wanted to be a guest. I don't really check the Instagram comments. I feel really bad. And then, yeah, stay tuned for the Star Trek show. 1 episode a week for the next 11.8 years, going through the original series, all those movies, TNG, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and the TNG movies. No Enterprise because fuck that. Nothing from Abrams. Yeah. So 1 a week. That would take about 11.8 years. That's not actually happening, but the other stuff is happening. Also, I do a podcast called Pink Collar Confessions. It's really a talk show. That's on YouTube and stuff. All right. I don't know. Should I? I mean, I gotta clean up now. I was gonna play TF2, but I don't know. I think. Yeah. That's It's like a show. It's filmed downriver, and it's every week we have a different, or every month we have a different guest to talk about like women's rights or trans rights or gay rights, or stuff affecting groups in the country that are uh under attack, basically. I used to be the director and technical director, but now I'm just the editor because I had to change my work schedule. So yeah. And oh, I just got Thomas's approval. We are going to have a couple more bonus episodes for the DCPU. Not full-on episodes in the way that they have been, but we will be reviewing Supergirl. We will be reviewing Lanterns, and we'll be reviewing all the DCU stuff as it comes out. Maybe we'll do one retroactively for Superman and Peacemaker Season 2. I don't know. But I just got the confirmation from Thomas that we're going to do Lanterns, Supergirl, and just those two for now. And we're going to have guests. So if you didn't get a chance to be a guest before... Oh, and Clayface, of course. I'm getting word that Joe cannot be a guest. As well as Cameron. Just kidding. All right. I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you all for coming. I didn't know what this was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be this long either, but like I'm not mad. I'm shocked. You guys really came out just out of the woodwork. There were like eight people in here at the start of it. All right. I'm going to go. I will be streaming something. I don't know. But there will be things. There will be other shows, like podcasts in between that are like less effort than the Raccoon Shitty. But that's what you have looking forward. That's what you have to look forward to in June. Before that, I'll keep putting stuff out because I'm paying for this shit, and I don't want to just be not putting out episodes for 2 months. I really want to do an episode on... Well, never mind. I probably shouldn't say, but there's a one-off that I think would be interesting. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Happy April Fool's Day. I love you.